What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jug,
I'm Son.
and welcome back to another Jug and Son doing WWE last week today. How you doing today, boy?
I'm good.
Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Son, I need you to take me to Raw.
So we start off with Logan Paul. You know, he's gonna fight Jey Uso, and then he gets kicked. I mean, the feud is that he hit Jey Uso in the face, so then Jey kicked him, and then he knocked out Jey, and then Jey knocked him out.
I mean, pretty cut and dry. I mean, what do you want me to talk about here? I mean, there's no meat and potatoes.
It's not the long game, right?
It's the long game. So I got to see what they're gonna do. I guess on main event.
You gotta watch them knock each other out every week. And then I guess we got Roxanne Perez qualified for Money in the Bank, but she also joined the Judgment Day because of Finn Balor. Well, he put her in there.
So wait. If I'm correct here, Dominic, you know, when you wanted to bring in another person, Finn Balor was all butthurt about it, but then he goes ahead and brings in somebody, and you just like, fine.
Yeah, well, she gave him chicken nuggets.
I mean, if there is a reason to say, you know, hey, bring her in, it's the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, like a whole plate.
I think there's like 30 nuggets in there.
She gave it to him. And then she gave Carlito something in a bag.
There's a bag full of apples, I think.
Yeah. And then that's the one time Raquel paid attention to Carlito.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, just get rid of them apples.
And then I guess Jey Uso's fighting Braun Breaker for like the 20th time.
I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and act like this kind of stuff didn't happen during the Attitude Era. It did, okay? So I'm not going to be too butthurt about that. It is what it is. You know, it's just to add into the story. At some point in time, these two, I feel like these two will fight for a world championship. Maybe not during Jay's first run, but at some point in time.
But then it ends because, you know, Seth attacks Jey from just hitting the back of the head, and then, you know, we get the big brawl with CM Punk and Sammy out here. You haven't seen this part before.
I mean, I haven't seen it before, but I guess I'm seeing it for the 20th time now.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it for Raw.
It's fine. It's not like the worst thing, but it's not great.
There was no EO, so it wasn't great.
Yeah, so take me to Smackdown, son.
So I guess we had Tiffany Stratton calling Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair vintage.
I will say this. I saw Tiffany Stratton's entrance. It was dope. I liked it. I don't know what it is. I liked it.
Is it Tiffy time?
It was during that entrance, I can tell you that.
And then, let's see, then we had Damian Priest and Drew brawl again. You know, something you haven't seen before.
I mean, but that's what they do, though. That's
Yeah.
what happens. Usually this is how it goes down. Two guys fight, they don't like each other, they freaking just keep fighting throughout the summer. Now, I was under the impression that when we saw this match at WrestleMania, it was over. But
Because that's WrestleMania.
yeah, but WrestleMania usually is when like things are over or things are starting.
But no, it's going to be at Saturday Night Main Event. In a steel cage, I guess. And then we had Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix versus Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb Mateo.
I don't know if I like this match. I don't think I like that. I mean, Jimmy, you need to stop with the spear. That was the worst spear I've ever seen.
I mean, it wasn't a crossbody though.
It wasn't. It's just terrible. I'm not all about that. Y'all need to. Spears need to stop.
Only Braun Breaker can spear.
Right now, he should be the only one. Just like I think the only one who should be allowed to do frog splashes is Montez Ford.
Yeah.
You know, that dude gets up there.
And then, so, you know, of course, Jacob won.
Of course he did, yeah.
And then,
and I mean, look, Solo is hilarious to me right now. I don't really like Solo. I mean, like, I like him. He's fine. But, you know, I don't know what I want from Solo. I guess it's because he's trying something new. I'm talking myself into, like, you know, thinking of some kind of redeeming quality for Solo Sikoa. I don't know what I want, but he is talented. I just don't know what I want him to do. And he hasn't done anything yet that has impressed me. right? I guess
Yeah.
that's probably the best way I can say it.
He's talented. I just need to see him do talented things.
Well, he does talented things. He's a good wrestler. You know, he wouldn't be in WWE if he wasn't talented, right? So I just need to know if he can do something that is compelling. Because the bloodline, for me, ain't it. All right? Never has. I don't think it ever will be.
Well, he just needs to get another cop then.
Or get the Tongans back or whatever.
Then we had LA Knight is going to Money in the Bank. So I'm like, I don't know if he's going to win or not.
Okay, cool. You know, I'm glad Money in the Bank is happening.
And then, you know, the White Six returned. Yeah, my least favorite people.
I mean, you don't like them. I don't have a problem with them. I want to see them. I want to see what they do. Okay? I don't know what they're going to do, but I want to see what they do.
I just like, please don't bring back those videotapes again. I don't want to see Nikki Cross crawl on the floor with all the fog everywhere. And then Michael's like, "Oh my gosh, it's a videotape. We must take this back to our videotape recorder machine." I'm like, no.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, son. I want to see what they do. You know, I like the goofy aspect of wrestling, and they do that perfectly. So let's see what they do.
Yeah, that's it for SmackDown.
You can't take something like that seriously. You just can't.
Well, I think they want us to take it seriously, though.
Well, you can't, you know.
But I don't.
When you look at this, you're like, okay, if I saw this in the real world, would I sit here and be like, okay, there's a guy wearing a freaking bird fat mask. There's a guy wearing, you know, a pig mask. A guy wearing like a sheep gas mask. And then this chick wearing like, you know, a mask of like another chick's face. You know.
And they're holding a cake.
Yeah. Well, that's for Bray Wyatt's birthday. I think it was his birthday.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I'm just saying.
I guess that's it for SmackDown.
All right, well, we got this week's PLE. So what is that?
Well, I call it this week's commercial show.
Yeah, it main event this Saturday, and
Commercials everywhere.
every 5 minutes it felt like,
It's
right?
like I got more commercials than wrestling.
I don't know what's going on here. I didn't when I watched WrestleMania, you know, the commercials happened during like the break times, right? Like
Yeah.
they didn't sit there and like have 2 minutes of wrestling and then like a 5 minute commercial break.
And
I
then-
felt like I was missing parts of matches.
Well, you were.
You know, I definitely missed entrances or parts of it.
Especially Jey Uso. He got his whole thing cut off.
I don't know. This just didn't. This felt like just a regular freaking house show, basically, is what it felt like.
But like with commercials everywhere.
I don't know. Go ahead and take me through it, boy.
So Selena Vega fought Chelsea Green. And, you know, she kept the U.S. title. I mean,
I didn't hate this match. It was fine.
and then we had CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. And what happened here is basically to win the match that they had Bronson Reed come back.
All right, look, I'm just as happy as everybody else that Bronson Reed came back. This was dope. You know, he came back and he did the thing that I'm getting sick and I'm not saying I'm getting sick and tired. I've been sick and tired of it. He, you know, speared somebody through the barricade.
But then he did a tsunami that made up for it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Now, my problem with this Seth Rollins group is that we still don't know why Paul, you know, joined him. We don't know why Braun Breaker joined him. And now we don't know why Bronson Reed, the guy who hated Seth Rollins a few months ago, also joined them. I'm just saying.
Maybe we'll find out on Monday Night Raw.
You need to explain why all these guys are joining Seth. Because, like, I mean, if I was Braun Breaker, I'd be like, I think I'm good enough on my own.
I think he was good enough on his own, but, you know.
And then for Paul Heyman, it's like, for years when Paul Heyman was a Brock Lesnar or a Roman Reigns guy, Seth did nothing but bully him and, like, you know, make fun of him. Even up to WrestleMania, he, like, slapped him across the face.
I want to know, and I assume that they'll tell me sooner or later, or they won't. They'll just Brock Lesnar me.
I mean, this group is just like everybody hate here should like doesn't need Seth, but they are with him.
He's a visionary.
He's just that good, I guess. And then we had John Cena versus R-Truth. I thought this was the main event, but it's not.
It's the middle of the road, and I also thought it was for the title when it was announced, and then it turns out it was not. So there that is. But
So we got John Cena's entrance, and he got cheered by everybody. Nobody booed him at this part.
I didn't hate this match.
I liked R-Truth's entrance though.
I liked his entrance. It was dope, you know, and I'm glad it didn't get cut by a commercial. So
We got Ron Cena.
yeah, that's what he said. Old Ron Killings comes out and does basically all the John Cena stuff. So if you wanted John Cena's entrance, here it is.
The Doctor of Truthonomics.
Is that what he said?
No, that's what I said.
Oh,
I don't. Maybe he did say that. I don't know.
take that back to the drawing board.
But yeah, then John Cena basically was gonna use the belt to hit him, and then he just gave it to the ref, and then just kicked him in the balls, and then just did the AA and called it good.
It was a quick one. I mean, this show was 2 hours. It felt like it kind of blew by, but the commercials, this show probably would have been 1 hour.
Without the commercials.
Maybe an hour and a half.
Without the commercials everywhere.
Yeah.
So then we get to see Jey Uso backstage, and John Cena walks up to him, and he says, "You know, the last time we were in the Rumble, you threw me out." And then he's like, "You think that's funny, huh? Well, what really is funny is that if Logan Paul wins, that will ruin wrestling."
So basically, Logan Paul is just a big disappointment,
That's what
according to John Cena.
Yeah. And then we had Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, and you know, Damian Priest won. He used the concerto and just walked out of the cage.
I don't know. Match was kind of underwhelming to me.
Well, I mean, maybe you would have liked it more if it wasn't cut off by commercials like in the middle of it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But it's fine. Then we had Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, and I think Jey was about to win, but that's when John Cena shows up and he drags the ref out, and then he attacks Jey, and then Cody Rhodes returns, and he saves Jey from John Cena and Logan Paul. And the first thing he says is like, "I'm here with Jey, and you're there with Logan. Let's have a tag match at Money in the Bank."
Nobody agreed to nothing.
I'm like, what? What's happening?
They just did it. What? What? All of us? I mean, because he said it, it's going to happen. But I just feel like if I was there on Jey or Logan or even John's side, I'd be like, none of us agreed to this.
And Jay's looking at him like, what?
Yeah, like what?
I mean, could you imagine that Roman came back and he said, okay, guys. Solo, you, me, and everybody here, we're going to have a tag match right now.
I mean, that's really not really in the rules of wrestling, in my opinion. Then again, though, there's a lot of things in the rules of wrestling that just happen and you just go with it. But
I mean, if I was Cody Rhodes, I wouldn't say I want a tag match. I say I want a rematch for my title that I lost at WrestleMania.
John.
But he's like, nah, I want a tag match. I don't want my rematch. I'm like, what? It's like,
I don't know what to say about that.
but I mean, you know,
good to see you, Cody Rhodes.
I just hope I hope Travis Scott doesn't join this match.
I think this means that Cody Rhodes is going to show up on Monday Night Raw to talk about what happened with that. So the draft, once again, means nothing. So.
Oh, it's fine. You know, well, even without the title, he still shows up everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you guys, hey, look, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Check us out on the X, check us out on Instagram, and tune in next time because the next one will be available.
Same jug time, same jug channel.